Hey everybody, it's Emily, the Crazy Worm Lady. Everybody always says to me that I do not show my face enough on camera, so I wanted to bring you guys along for an update today. I wanted to show you what an absolute mess my room is right now. I have got more systems than I possibly know what to do with. But today I am back from my trip that I was on earlier this week, and I wanted to bring you guys along to take a look in my VermiBag Mini. So let me get some gloves on and we will take a peek. Okay guys, so this bin or bag definitely got neglected while I was away, but that was a little bit outside of my control. So I wanted to peek in the window here. And if you see, it looks like the level has dropped down significantly. But there are worms, and they look healthy all along this window, and it actually looks very well composted. So I'm anxious to get up top and take a look inside. So let's do that. Okay guys, so as I open the lid here, I notice a good number of springtails and some mites hanging out. You can see them running along there. No big issue with that, but I wanted to see how the moisture was in here and get a feeling for how much food we can get away with feeding these worms today. So this coconut core, let me move this so we can get a little bit more light. This coconut core looks to be doing pretty well moisture-wise. It's always a concern. We know I've ran into some issues with coconut core lately, drying out. But it seems to be doing fine. And this was one of our avocado shells. These worms are not happy being exposed to the light. But there's quite a few of them and they seem to be doing well. See some sprouts of some sort, probably bell peppers. I do put a lot of those in my bins. But the moisture in here feels relatively good. Here's one of those paper towel rolls I threw in here hastily to absorb some moisture and act as a bedding source. Paper towel. I smell a little bit of citrus, so I'm sure that orange is breaking down in here. Let's see if we can find any food. Those worms are mating. See how they appear to be stuck together on the ends? They are making us worm babies. So I'm not seeing food in here. Just a handful of our little helper springtails and mites and things like that. But I want to dig a little bit more. You don't want to dig too deep, of course, because you want it to get compacted in the bottom so that you can harvest. But I also, for sake of video purposes, want to have something to show you guys. But in general, moisture is good in here. They have gone through the food, which is great. So I think the microbial activity is up and running well. So I'm just going to kind of level this surface out because I definitely want to do some more feeding in front of our window, and I'm going to shred up some cardboard boxes and we will add some bedding and a little bit of moisture. Okay guys, so I have a special treat for the worms. I've got some apples. I got a whole bag of apples from a friend that had gone bad. I guess she had forgotten about them or something. And fruit tends to be a huge hit with worms because of the sugar content. It definitely invites the microbes to get active pretty quickly. So I'm literally going to stack 3, if I can get them to stack well, right here in front of our window. And I'm going to grab out a little bit of this celery and goop here as well. This system can definitely handle it. It smells absolutely lovely. not. It's pretty gross. But it seems like the grosser it is, the wilder the worms go for it. So, I added that down there. I'm going to sprinkle it with some eggshell, and then we will top it off with some bedding. So lots of eggshell in here. Got that all stacked up in front of the window. And I'm pouring a healthy amount of shredded pizza boxes in here. And I'm going to really mound it up top here in front of the window so that the fruit is covered up. And I'm going to lay our rag here across the top. So that's how it looks now, and I'm going to take my water bottle and water everything down really good. I'm going to be kind of generous with it because the bedding was relatively dry. So I'm going to give it a nice watering here. So even though I was gone a while, the worms still seem to be doing just fine in here. They got through most of the food we had, including that avocado. Still, that shell will take a while, I'm sure. But I'm wetting this down real good, but I also have to keep in mind that that fruit will put off a good amount of moisture. So, I think that's just about how much I'm going to add for right now. And we will leave this for a week, and then we will come back for another update. So please drop your comments below, like this video, subscribe if you want some more content from me, and I'll be back with you guys for another update real soon.